Aloha! We're going to make pua out of hulu. Hulu is the Hawaiian word for feather. I'm using a floral stick. I find the end of the floral stick really pokey. That's the pokey part. So I want to just use a pair of pliers to make a little loop so that it's a little bit safer. Separate all your feathers into second cut, which is this, and the rejected first cut, which is this. I've rejected this as a first cut because the edges are not very defined, and I don't want to use this in my lei. Another kind of reject is something like this, where the feather isn't fanned out. It's kind of narrow, so I don't want to use this for my lei hulu as well. I can use them for my pua. I'm using a tatting shuttle instead of a regular shuttle. So it's got like a little beak. I have it pointing downwards, and the thread is loaded onto the shuttle. So it is going in a clockwise manner. When you load it, go in a clockwise manner. So when you unload it, to get more thread out, you go in a clockwise manner. So this is a tatting shuttle, and we learned from Kawailehua how to use the tatting shuttle instead of a regular shuttle, and I find it a lot easier. That's my cat. I'm going to start with putting these first cut rejects. Let's not call them rejects. Wonky. No, let's not call them wonky. Let's call them alternative first cut. So this is a narrow first cut. That's why I'm not using it for my lei hulu, and I've preened it so all the feathers are kind of nicely, together. And I'm going to put it in the center. So I'm going to use this as the center of my flower, and I am going in a clockwise direction, clockwise, and then as you hold it there, you're going to use these two fingers to hold the shuttle. Put your right thumb and index into the hole. So you should be hanging on to the thread here with the feather. You hang on together. So it's kind of, the first one's a little bit tough. You gotta just make sure it doesn't slip. Okay, then you put your thumb and index finger through the hole, grab that tatting shuttle, and then you're going to make a hitch. So I'm going to make 2 or 3 to make it really secure. So put that there and grab it there. And one more time, place through the loop, and there, that's a hitch. So I'm going to build up the center so that I'm going to hide this loop, and it makes for a nice center of the flower. So this is the center of the flower. I'm just going to add one more to show you, and it's kind of like a tuft. I like it tufty. So I'm going to add the feather. I'm going to grab it with my thumbnail like this. So I'm going to grab the bottom of the feather with my thumbnail, and then so the tatting shuttle goes underneath your middle and index finger, like in between your middle and index finger, and then in a clockwise motion you're going to put your right hand index and thumb through the hole and grab the shuttle, and then you will see that it makes a knot. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. So it's 2 knots, and now I'm going to build. So all these feathers are facing inward, the feather has a natural curvature. So now I'm going to use first cut, but I'm going to go the opposite direction. So for the center, I'm putting it inwards this way. So that's the natural curvature of the feather. I'm going to reverse it and work with the feather this way so that my flower can open, and do as above. So it's hard to work with feathers when you have a cat. As long as she doesn't eat any of it. You can smell it, but you cannot eat it. Okay, there she goes. So I put the first purple, and you'll notice that it's like facing outwards. And so I'm going to start building with the feather curving outwards. Okay, that's my girl. Oh no, she's eating the feather. That's why I go to my mom's house to make Pua Hulu. So I'm going to add one more, and I place it on the side of that feather that I just attached. So use your thumbnail to grab hold of it, and then clockwise. Kavailehua had taught me how to go clockwise, and it's made all the difference. I used to go counterclockwise, and I noticed that it's easier to go clockwise. So mahalo, Kavailehua. And then you just keep working around. So you can see the second feather is kind of next to the first feather. You just keep working around. You might need more than 5. Let's see how many, because some of my feathers are pretty skinny. So just make sure that it goes all the way around. So I'm building. You can build to your own taste. I'm building the flower. You can see like the tuft in the middle. And then now I'm going to extend the purple with the second cut. So now I'm going to use the second cut. I'm going to build around the first cut. Be right back. So now I have worked in the second cut. I'm going to start with the green again. Well, use any color that you like. It's just that I have a lot of this purple and green because I'm making a Pua Hulu. So I've got tons of these. So I'm just gonna use the same color combination and work my way out. I'm using the longest feathers for the edge. So I've got these long green ones. I'm just going to use the long second cut green ones and work my way around. So you want to organize yourself so that you use the short ones first and then the long ones on the outside. Then your flower can expand. So we're going to pool our resources. Everyone has different colored feathers. We're going to use our, oh, my cat's back. How come mommy can have all the fun and I have no fun? That's what she's saying. She was just eating the feather just now. It's very hard to work with a curious cat around. So see, I've started to work around the purple second cut. I'm just going to build it up. And after that, I'm just going to cover everything with floral tape on the bottom so it's nice and neat. Mahalo to Kavailehua for teaching us how to use hulu to make beautiful flowers. This pua was made at Kavailehua's workshop, and she had dyed the feathers herself, so the feathers are this beautiful gradation of pink and purple and magenta, and the center is beautiful lime, yellow, green. It's gorgeous. And here's the floral tape at the bottom, so it's easy. It's like a hair pick. You can just put it in your hair. So I'm gonna work on mine. It's a little bit more messy and wild. I think I'm just gonna put another round of green around it so that it's a little bit more round. But I mean, it's got its charm, I guess. Have fun with pua making. And there's the behind of my cat. She wants to be involved. It's a good girl. It's hard to be a lei maker with a curious cat around. Aloha, have fun.